Hello Stampers! Today we are going to decorate our first month of our Love Today planner. I am so excited about this. I'm a little nervous because I really don't have a ton of ideas. I'm just going to kind of wing it and go. But I wanted to do this with you guys so that you can see how easy this is going to be. So I've got my Love Today planner. I'm going to open it up, and what I want to do is I think it's a whole lot easier to work if we just take out the month that we want to work with. So I'm going to pull out all the pages for the month of September, close up my binder, and set it aside. Okay? Now the other stuff that we're going to be using today, I'm going to be using the Painted Harvest stamp set. Love this set. Wasn't wild about it when it first came out, but I've seen so many beautiful cards, and I've made a lot of beautiful cards with it that I have totally fallen in love with it. So we're going to be using that today. We're also going to be using some of Stampin' Up's washi tape. We have 4 different groups of washi tape right now, and they're by colors, okay? So we have a black group, we have a red group, we have a yellow-green group, and then we have this blue group. So today we're going to be using the blue group, and if you'd like to look at it, take a peek. It is in the holiday catalog, and let's find the page real fast. There we go, page 195. Okay, and there are the 4 different groups that we have to be working with, and we're going to be using with the basic pack 3 today. Okay. For stamp pads, we're going to be using Early Espresso, Always Artichoke, Crushed Curry, and Daffodil Delight. And then I'm also going to be using a couple pieces of the Painted Autumn Designer Series paper, which is in the holiday catalog, and is just absolutely gorgeous. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to open up to the first page. Okay, so our first page is the page here that it looks like it's different Post-it notes, but it's really not. It's just a decorated page they have. And what I thought I would probably do with this page is just use it to write down important notes or things I need to remember for the month. Okay, so to do this, I am going to be using the Tabs for Everything stamp set. It really is a great stamp set for planners or anything like that. And I love the little shopping cart, the little elephant for the don't forget, the birthday cakes, things like that. So it's super cute. So I'm just going to use a few of them this time because I'm not real sure what I'm going to want to keep track of on this page in my planner. So we're just going to try it this month and kind of see what happens. I do want to show you one thing I don't know if you guys are aware of, but this is a photopolymer stamp, and sometimes when you go to put them on the blocks, it's super easy to bend them or get them crooked or so that they're just not perfectly straight. So one thing I like to do with mine is I put it down, upside down, on my work surface, and then lay my block on top of it, okay? And that way I'm sure to get the word on there totally straight, okay? So I'm going to be using my Early Espresso ink, and I want to do, let's see, let's start with the first section as the to do, okay? So I'm just going to stamp that in that little area right there, to do, okay? Then I want a section for notes, okay? So I'm just going to take it, stamp it right on top of that section. Perfect. And then this one is going to be remember. So it's things I just need to remember to do that month sometimes. Okay. And again, you can put anything on here. You can keep track of your birthdays on this page, anything that you'd like to do. Okay. So for now, I think I'm just going to stop there so that I'll have some places to jot some notes down. The next thing we're coming to is our monthly spread. Okay, and this is going to be what is going to be super fun to decorate. Okay, so I'm really excited about this one. So what I want to do, I started off and I went through and I numbered my calendar according to when the month started. So September started on a Friday. So I just went through, I used my journaling pen. Now this is actually last year's pen because it says Project Life. The ones that are in the catalog this year say Stampin' Up. But these are fabulous pens for doing any kind of journaling or writing or things like that. Okay, so I already went through and I put my numbers on there. And now you'll notice that this whole bottom strip right here has no numbers. So I don't want those on there anymore. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to take a piece of designer series paper that I cut to fit right on this section. And I'm just going to cover that up just like that. Okay? And this top row right here, since the month starts on a Friday, you've got this place that's extra too. So I'm just cut another one to go up across the top of this also. Okay, so that just kind of helps cover up space I don't want on there. Now what I'd like to do is I'm going to, I want to do a little something up here by the month. Okay, so I'm going to take my Always Artichoke and I'm going to take my fern image. Okay, and I'm just going to ink it up and I just want to put a little fern image right there. Okay, just to kind of give it a little something something up there. Okay, now what I want to do is all these spaces here all have designs in them already, but I think I want to stamp a little something in them. So what I want to do first off to kind of section it off is I'm going to use some washi tape. See if I can find the end of it here. Well, that's embarrassing. Where's the end of the washi tape? I got the only roll without an end. Well, that is too funny. You can't tell a design stoppage. I can't feel, oh, there it is right there. Okay, knew there had to be an end somewhere. So what I am going to do is I am going to lay this down and I just want to strip right across there. Okay, now I don't want the end raggedy down there and I don't want to tear it and have it not pretty. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a little business card here and I'm going to rip it up right there and that gives you a perfectly straight tear on there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, place it on the end, pull up, and that gives you a perfectly straight tear there. Okay, now I want to do the same thing to the bottom here. So I'm just going to go across like that. Okay, want a straight edge across here. Just going to rip up just like that. Okay, as long as I've got washi tape out, I do have one day right here on the Thursday before the month starts, and I don't really want that showing either. So I'm going to take some more of our washi tape. There's the end of that one. And I just want to put it across, oops, that particular day. Okay, so again, we'll use our card right on the end here. Tear that up like that. And I'm going to use it on this side to tear across like that. Perfect. Okay, now it's coming along very nicely. Now what I'd like to do is do some stamping. Okay, so I'm going to take these bottom sheets, set those aside. Okay, and I think across the top here we're going to do some acorns from the Painted Harvest set. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bottom of the acorn in an early espresso and the top of the acorn in Sahara Sand. So let's start with the bottom. And now what we want to do, if we stamp directly on there, you're going to see that it's going to be pretty dark. Okay, and I'm not sure how dark I want it. So let's ink it and do it twice and see what that does. Okay, that pulls it down more of the shade I want. So we're going to ink it up, we're going to stamp it off, and we're going to stamp it on there. We're going to do it again. Ink it up, stamp it off, do it on there. And I'm just going to continue, whoops, continue this till I've got my acorns across the top. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to do the top piece, and again, let's ink it and stamp it off, and then, okay, that's going to give it too light. So this one I'm going to do directly, Stamp right on there. Stamp right on there. There. And that just gives me just a faint little stamping across the top that I think just adds something to it, okay? I will also do the same across the bottom. Now I think what I'd like to do, we've got this little area down here that I would like to fill in too, okay? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our big sunflower to do it, okay? So the background color, the first part I'm going to do, is going to be in Daffodil Delight, okay? So what I'm going to do, again, ink it up, stamp it off, and then I'm going to stamp the sunflower right there. Whoops, that was too light. So let's try it again, and let's try it full strength and see what that does. There we go. Okay, and full strength right there. Okay, now it is very faint on there, but that's okay because what we're going to do now is the accent one. Okay, we're going to go through and we're going to do it full strength too. We're going to stamp it right over the top. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to do it just like that. Okay, then I want to do my piece in the middle. Okay, because the middle of your sunflower is always brown. And let's do that right there. Perfect. All right. Okay. I'm going to get this lid on and let's take a look at this and let's see what we think. Ah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So pretty. Okay, perfect. Now what I want to do too is I want to show you there's lots of different things that you could do on your weekly view, and I'm going to do a different video showing some ways to separate these so that you've got some extra writing space in each of the days. But I have to remember to go through and put my dates on these, my numbers. But there's also this back page here, like that. And I think it needs some decoration too down this area. But I think what I'm going to do, because I'm not real sure again how much I want to be writing on this, so let's just do our sunflower again down here in the corner this time. Okay, we're going to do it full strength again because we know that's pretty light, even full strength. We're going to put our layer on top of it. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then we'll do our piece in the middle. Perfect. And what that does is that just kind of ties your whole month together, okay? So that you're ready for your divider then for your next month. And so then while these are together, is you're just going to bring your planner back, okay? Open it up, stick it in where it goes, and you're good to go. Okay, just to show you what that back page looks like going like that. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining me, and be watching for the next video coming out where we're going to decorate one of the weekly pages. Thanks for coming.